Hello class, this video is going to show you how to use a couple of extra tools that you might find useful during the design process. And one is going to be the mirror tool, the other one is the copy tool, one is the rotate tool, and another one is going to be the move tool. Alright, so let's say from a design perspective, I'm looking here and I want to put a big window right in this wall facing the front of my house. So first off, I want to put it in the center. So I just draw a line to kind of mark the center right there. And now I'm going to actually offset this line in two different directions. So I click on my offset tool and I type in the distance. In this case it's going to be 3 feet because I want a 6 foot wide window. Alright, now I click enter. I click on the line, offset this way, and then offset this way. Now I have a 6 foot window directly in the center of that wall. And what I want to do now, of course, as I'm looking at it, I'm saying, I could probably do a little bit more with that wall. So let's put 2 of these 6 foot windows in that wall. To do that, I'm going to select all 3 of these lines by just using my mouse and doing a selection box. I'm going to left click and release the mouse and select right over those 3 just like that. Then I'm going to click on the move tool. And the instructions here, right there in the dynamic input says specify base point. So specify base point right here, and I'm just going to move it by sight. I can actually type in the distance I want it to be moved, but I'm just going to just move it by sight. Alright, so that's where that window is going to be. I want another window just like it over here on this side, and to where they're kind of equidistant apart. So the next thing I'll do is I want to mirror this window. I don't have to draw it again, I just have to mirror it. So I'll select all the lines again, click on the mirror tool, okay, and now it says, if you look at the dynamic input, it says specify the first point of the mirror line. So what line do I want this window to reflect off of? So I'm going to find the midpoint of my wall and just kind of draw it down. It doesn't matter how long you draw it, just as long as you draw it in the direction that you need the copy to go. And of course it asks if I want to erase the source object. I hit enter. Of course I don't. So now I have those 2 windows right there. Of course I have to go and clean them up a little bit as well. But the copy tool is going to help me do another thing, because I want the same window over here on this side as well. So I'm going to select all 3 of those lines again. I'm going to click on the copy tool, which is right here. And it's going to ask me to specify a base point. So for now I'm just going to click anywhere. I'm going to move it out to the side. Okay, now since I'm going into this wall, I have to rotate it. So of course I should have just left everything selected and then click on the rotate tool. Rotate tool, it says specify base point. So I'm just going to rotate it around the center. And then of course now when I clicked on that center line, that's going to be my base point. That's going to be the pivot point basically. And I just rotated 90 degrees upwards. Now it's facing in the proper direction. Now select them all again, click the move tool, and this time I'm going to select my base point right here at the bottom so that I can reference this wall and get it in the wall where it needs to be. And you have to be careful because as I'm doing this, it wants to snap to other locations. Like it wants to snap to that center location that you see right above it right now. So I have to watch where I'm at and watch where I'm going. Now I've got this X, and that X is a good spot to put this window. So I'm going to click it and leave it right there. This is one of those situations where if it did not give me that X, if it was kept wanting to place to the center of the wall, then I would have to come over here and turn off, no, wrong one, turn off my midpoint snaps so that I could get it freely where I wanted to put it. Alright, so and then from there all I have to do is kind of clean it up just like I did these, just take all the stuff out of the center and have myself a nice little window arrangement.